Sorry I look awful. I just woke up and am rushing to go and get quickly to a doctor's appointment. Safely rushing, mind you. So I look like crap. I just brushed my hair really quick and threw on a shirt and ran out the door. So I apologize for this aesthetic in the video. It's not very flattering at all. Anyway, I wanted to jump on here really quick. This is an impromptu video. I wasn't very much so planning to film anything today or put anything up since I just did yesterday later. But something inspired me to jump on here and do it. So here we are. So first of all, I hope everyone's having a pretty good morning and had a safe week so far. I know that it's been a little crazy in the news this week, and everyone's kind of having a hard time dealing with a lot of things going on in the world, so I hope you guys are all holding up alright. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm turning. But anyways, so I wanted to jump on here and just kind of give my 2 cents about a really serious topic that's going on. I want to quick apologize for the wonky lighting. It's early morning, so it's going to be dark and light and kind of all over the place. I don't know if this will help at all. A little bit. But anyways, just kind of wanted to jump on here and talk about something that has really been bugging me lately. It's abuse in a relationship and when it's time to admit that things are wrong and leave. Now, for me personally, I was in a really bad situation for a pretty long time, and I did not want to admit it. I didn't want to see what people were saying, and I would get mad and frustrated when people wouldn't understand where I was coming from, maybe why I was making excuses or delaying just walking away right away, because it wasn't that easy for me. And this person was physically extremely abusive and mentally as well. He said the meanest things in the world if he was angry or if he drank, anything like that, and it wasn't fair or true or right to say. And then just every other word was a lie, and he would change huge important stories, like he had a kid out there that he didn't know about, and then, or that he did know about, but he was young when he had it and didn't want to be in the kid's life. It turns out he never even was alone with the person who was the mother of this kid, who was like 15, 16 years older than him and would have been his neighbor at the time, that he never went over there alone. And if the kid was at a totally different stage in life than he said, the kid would have been like 10 years old and the kid was really like 14, so it was impossible with how young he would have had to have been. And it was just a whole mess of things, like really serious lies though, like looking for paternity doctors and, you know, everything else. It was far more serious than, you know, just a little white lie here and there, which I don't condone that either. I don't think that's fine either. But it's better than the huge lies or being worried about having a huge disease or illness. Just really serious stuff. Cheating on you and then not cheating on you, and just things that would tear apart somebody emotionally. And I made excuses because in my head I wanted answers. I fell in love with the idea of getting answers, not the person. And I wanted to know, well, did he really have the nerve to cheat on me? Did he really lie to me about everything? Or was it, you know, not so bad? Was it he just made up a bunch of stuff, but in the long run the things he did weren't that horrible, I guess. And I just got addicted to the idea of knowing what was true, and I started making up excuses for a broken nose, a swollen shut black eye. I mean, just, it got bad. At first it was stuff that you couldn't see and under the clothes and, you know, bruises like that, and by the end it was impossible to make excuses anymore because people could see right through it, and it was horrible. And it opened up to a couple of really good people who I'm so thankful for, and, you know, that they helped me to see you cannot allow that behavior to go on. So here's a couple things that made it easier for me. I didn't want to just leave because I loved the person. I had some sort of pity for them, and I don't know, I just didn't want to walk away, if that makes sense. So I used the excuse of, not really the excuse because I meant it, but the delaying tactic to see if I was ready and I really did want to leave, of just saying, I want to see if you'll change. So let's not be together, but, you know, I'll be loyal. Like, I'm not going to go and sleep with anybody else or do something like that. I'm not going to go and run around. You know, I have the right to, I suppose. But you have to show me that you'll be loyal to me and good to me and change your ways. You're not going to hit me, yell at me, do anything illegal or bad, steal, do drugs, anything. You're going to try. And if I see that, you know, in whatever is a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever I feel safe and comfortable with, then we can try talking about getting back together and starting things. And if that goes okay, then we can take the next steps in getting back to where we were. So this was a serious relationship. We were engaged. I mean, we were together for years. So it wasn't just a light little nothing that you could walk away from, so to speak. So anyways, it was a big deal. So something that helped me was doing the, I want to look and see if you change. That way I knew I put all my effort into it. And if you changed and miraculously did nothing wrong for a while until I felt comfortable, then you could slowly, I would have really truly slowly tried to work on things. But he ended up stealing and lying and doing something very illegal and awful, and it just wasn't right. He still yelled all the time. Not all of the time, but he still yelled a lot more than somebody trying. And this was in less than a month span that I'm talking about, that he did all of this. You know, it was just everything but physically hitting me. And I knew that was because he thought that was the one thing that would be like my breaking point. And he was right. That would have been, you're done, you're out, leave. So I needed to take that time to see for myself that I tried everything. And I get it, people say, oh, you just need to leave, you just need to walk away, and it's not that easy. So try to get people to understand that it's not that you don't know this is over and gonna end and that you need to get away, because you kind of do know that. It's just you love the situation and the person too much. You're addicted to knowing the truth, or to knowing if you're worth changing for. Are you worth, you know, someone to be good to you or not hit you? Because that's how it feels. It feels like, wow, I must not be worth a lot if this person's hitting me, if they're lying to me, if they can make me feel bad or cry or be lonely and not care. I must be worthless or worth very little. And it makes you feel down on yourself. It's not true. It's not your fault. You're not worthless. It's not on you at all. But that's how it feels. And to get rid of that feeling, it helps a lot to have that closure and to do things in a way where you can say, oh, I tried and I was honest and gave the person everything. And if you need to go and be totally open and say, hey, you've got to be totally dedicated to me, and I'm going to meet new people and I'm going to try new things in this month, 2 months, whatever, that I see if you change, that's okay too. For me, I didn't go out and do anything like that. I wanted to just not be as close. You know, I don't have a right to just come home and cuddle me or kiss me or sleep with me or whatever it may be. Like, it was kind of paused a little bit, so I could see if I was just worth it even on a friendly level. And if he couldn't even do that, then, well, shoot, you know. So anyways, that really helped me. And another thing is drawing and journaling. If you have an escape, you might not want to tell people because you feel like, oh, well, if they call the cops, then it's out of my hands and I can't do something. Or if they report it, it's something that, you know, then I have to make a choice I'm not ready to make. So for me, I would write down everything I was going through, and then I would go somewhere safe, like a fireplace, whatever, fire pit, and burn what I wrote, because I didn't want him to see it. And I did keep some of the writings, and I burned others that just didn't need to be kept. That was my way of coping and kind of releasing all those negative feelings I had towards myself and about the situation. So that's something you could do and try, and that really, really helped me. Was just getting it out there, or even taking a car ride alone and say it to yourself, or record it so you can listen to it back. Just voice record it even, or videotape it. You know, just record yourself saying, I feel worthless when he hits me. I feel really depressed and sad and like no one's going to love me because he doesn't love me the way I love him, or she doesn't love me the way I love her. Because women do this just as much as men. It's true, sadly. Do something to get it out there so you get comfortable saying it to yourself. And if you find a good psychiatrist or therapist or counselor that can help you, then that's a wonderful direction to go. Even life coaching. I know for me, the way that I like to help people is I like to talk to them on a deep spiritual level while they ride horseback. I've been giving horseback riding lessons a long time, and I find that getting out there on the horses helps people to really open up and feel comfortable talking on a very deep level, because the horses just bring something out of you, you know. So you can consider doing something like that where you're out in nature and feel away from the city and the craziness of life, you know what I mean? So just escape the situation mentally, at least, and when you're alone and in a safe spot, tell yourself how you've been feeling. And then another thing that helps, this is again a video on how to take those first steps to move forward, to start moving away. Another thing that helps me a lot is, I don't know exactly how to word this, but it's just very helpful for me to sit down and to pretend I'm giving somebody advice. So my friend is going through exactly what I'm going through. And so what if my best friend told me this guy was hitting her, this girl was hitting her, yelling, being abusive, lying compulsively, and they said, I think I feel worthless because of it. I think it's my fault and I'm worthless and I should just die if, you know, I can't make this person stop doing that. It's all on me. What would I tell my best friend? Or my little, you know, brother or sister or sibling, a parent, whoever, someone you really love, the person you love the most. What would you tell them if they told you how you're feeling and if you knew they were in that situation? And if you just feel like, oh my God, it would be unacceptable, it's awful, you need to get away, then that's answering what you really feel and what you know to be true. Because you're just as much a human being as your best friend is, or whoever you picture when talking about this. I know it's not easy, it can take years to get away. You can be afraid that if you say, I'm going to leave you, that they'll hurt you, they'll get worse, they'll get meaner. How are you going to have them leave? So just don't be afraid to have a police escort, not to call the cops and have them just be there when they move out. Or to have a friend that you know will keep things even-keeled and even-tempered and safe. Don't be afraid to protect yourself if you feel the need. Or if it takes a little longer, don't listen to the judgment and think it's all on you and, you know, you took a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years to get away, so you must be the most pathetic person in the world, because it's not true. And people are judgmental, and they do say awful things when they don't understand what you're going through. So if you need to take, you know, a little time to understand and to actually fully move on and move away, then do that, because only you know what you truly need. Well, I am here at my doctor's appointment, so I'm going to hop out right now. But I love you guys, and please stay safe. Sorry for this awful lighting right now. Please stay safe and get help if you need it. Don't be afraid to seek out help and talk to somebody, and know that you deserve a happy life more than anybody, or as much as anybody else. I love you guys. It'll be alright, and I'll stick with a more detailed video next time, or stick to this topic maybe in the next video or two, where I talk about, you know, a deeper way to actually move forward and move out. This is just how to get things started and to get your mind ready. Love you guys.